Howdy folks, welcome to Lake Country Bait Shop. Today we're going to make the motor oil color. It's 5W30, that's what I call it, because it's motor oil, right? The motor oil color is used in dipstick. Okay, now when I use it in dipstick on the swim baits and LC shad, I make the motor oil color just a touch darker. Some of y'all might got the basic go, hey, it's darker. Yeah, I do it for a reason. When you shoot two baits together, okay, you lose some of that color. You know, it amazes me all the time. You can take two colors, and then when you shoot them together, it changes a lot. This belly here is Pink Lady, and you can see how much it changes. It looks a touch, just a touch darker. Yet I shot Pink Lady on Rocky, okay, which is this one. Now look, it's the same pink, right? It don't look the same, does it? Don't hardly look pink, does it? So when you shoot two baits together, you got to compensate and change them a little bit. And I found that making on dipstick, if I make that motor oil a little darker, it helps it some. Okay, and it's hard to make them exactly the same every time. I can tell you that now. From playing with colors, but we're going to make the motor oil color. We're going to cook this up. It'll take an area of 3 minutes, and then I'll get back with you and show you how I mix it, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. I broke. It's about 357. Now I'm adding motor oil color. And I looked at my recipe before I done it. Now I'm going to show y'all another trick. A couple of y'all guys, quite a few of you, have talked about recipes, and am I going to make videos showing recipes? I do it right here, and that's it. Everything I do is custom. I do my own. If you watch Sam's video on Wildlife Adventures, Sam, watch his latest video. Okay, time y'all see this will be a week ago. Alright, see how I put it in half of this mold, and I'm looking at the color. Does that make sense? I don't know if y'all can see or not. I gotta get behind the camera and look. Alright, so I put it in this is a Tadpole Junior. I just put it in the mold like that. It'll cool pretty fast. Okay, that was 8 drops to a cup. Now, here's what I was going to tell you, guys. It depends on what brand you're using. This is Lowrance. Okay, I noticed that Dead On Plastic has motor oil color, but I can tell you right now, it's nothing like this color. It's a greenish color to I don't know, greenish blue. Everybody's is a little different. Now this spoon is a smidgen. See it right on there. So that's how I control how much litter I'm putting in. I got a smidgen, a pinch, and a dash. Okay, and that's how I control it. I'm putting this to smidgen of gold, blue, and green. Yeah, so you never heard of motor oil. If most of y'all pay attention to motor oil they use in fishing worms, when I say fish worm, plastic worms for bass fishing, if you pay attention to the motor oil they use in there, most time it just has black in it. It's just motor oil and black, right? When I make my color, I call ice, which is really close to monkey milk. I'm not buying the monkey milk coloring. You can buy monkey milk coloring. Some of y'all that hunt that recipe, you don't need a recipe. You can buy the monkey milk coloring. Alright? Watermelon, you can buy watermelon coloring. You can buy pumpkin seed, you can buy a green pumpkin. See, those are no mystery, right? Because you can buy all those. Oh, that's perfect. Now, let me see where we're at. I'm at 314. I got to reheat it and we're going to shoot it. Alright, guys. Now, some of y'all going to look at the cup and go, Dennis, it was full a couple minutes ago. Yeah, if you see it on the sides, I put it in the vacuum chamber back behind me, and it overflowed in the vacuum chamber. See it in the bottom there? I don't know if y'all can see it in the bottom or not. I let that cool, I can pick it out. Why did I put it in the vacuum chamber? This was brand new plastic, as you've seen. And it still had fuzz around the top. When I didn't think it was that much fuzz on it. But when I put it in there, it sucks it up. And I didn't watch it because I wasn't expecting it. Usually, fresh plastic don't get that much bubbling effect. But it bubbles like boiling water and takes all the moisture out of it, and it's smooth looking. It looked like it was fuzz and cream around the side. Okay? Well, let's shoot this. I see, if you're using reused plastic, hey, did you hear me shoot that out of there? There's a little piece of plastic in the tip I shot off. Didn't know it was in there. I just cleaned these guns. I've been in the shop all evening, guys. Now we're shooting the bug, which is these two right here. But while I'm shooting, I'm gonna shoot the cricket too. I got the cricket here too. I've been making the crickets and bugs the last little bit. I knocked a hole in that cup, didn't I? Alright, I can get another bug out. I'm gonna go ahead and keep shooting while I've got the plastic made. Alright, so let that cool off. Here's the piece that came out of the pot. Yeah, that overflowed on me. Now guys, I'm gonna add something in here. This is for y'all guys that make baits. If you don't have a vacuum chamber that you're putting your cup into when you're using especially remelts, or if you got clear plastic, I've got it in a jug like this. I take it out of 55 gallon. Start over, Dennis. I take it out of a 5 gallon bucket. I buy it by 5 gallon buckets, and I put it in this gallon container. I don't want to open that 5 every time I need some plastic. I fill 3 of these gallon containers and use all that. When they get empty, I refill them again. Okay, that's how I do it. But I stir it every time before you use this. They tell you not to shake it because of the bubbles. I use a paint stick. Can y'all imagine that? All right, I got that on my shelf, and I stir it, but gently. But still, you get bubbles. After I mix the color in, I put it in my vacuum chamber, and you won't believe. Usually, it bubbles a little bit, goes on. This time, it overflowed. If I'm using a lot of plastic, 2 cups, I'll take and pour some of that 2 cups in a small cup like this, and put both of them in there, then pour them back together and go back and make my baits. Okay. There's a tip for you. I'm gonna give you another tip. I'm in that mood today. I said this about the color. This is Lowrance. That's what I'm using. Okay. Coloring, like I said, changes from company to company. All right. 1 drop can make a whole lot of difference. If you want to make a color, if you want to make this motor oil, put a couple drops in your coloring in, stir it, look at it, put it in a half of a mold like this or something. Look at it. Go yay, nay. I want it darker. Okay. Add a couple more drops. Shoot the mold one time. Take them out and look at them. If you go like, I've done this many times. I've shot all these molds and open and go like, nah, I don't like it. It's too light. And I add color to it. I've done it and said, oh, Dennis, you put way too much color. It's too dark. How do you solve that problem? You get a big cup like this. You put all your plastic in it. You add more fresh, raw plastisol. Add another half a cup or something. Cook it all up. Break 350 with it. And that lightens it. That'll reduce it, right? You thinned it down. I've done that many times. But I play with colors. I see that in Sam's video. I play with colors. I'll shoot something. I got baits on my boat right now. Alright? And in Sam's video, we made these. Alright? People already asking about them. That's the only ones I've got. I got like 6 of them laying here. Most of these are rejects. Like, see, this one's got too much white in it. So, he took all of them. It was his deal, his show. He took them all. But a handful there. So, yeah, that's what we done. We played with them. You watch that video. We kept adding till we got where we wanted. We shot it 3 times. And now he's fishing those 3, and he's going to decide what he likes best. Does he like it when it's lighter, like this was first time? All right. Then at the end, we end up a lot darker, with darker yellow and white, okay, and pearl. That's called playing with colors. I do it all the time. I got baits hanging in my shop right here that I don't sell online, like here. I don't sell this color. It's a real light blue with a real light, this shiny bottom. There's no coloring in it at all. It's a lot of flake. I've fished them. I've done okay with them. But I hadn't done good enough till I went, wow, I need to put those on the site. All right, hope that helps you. If you're making baits, that's what you want to do, guys. Play with colors. All right? Only thing will cost you is the plastisol stuff. And you still can catch fish on it. But if you're not catching a bunch of fish on it, you need to change it. All right, bam. All right? Motor oil. Look how dark green it looks in my hand. But when you take them by themselves, it don't look as quite as dark, does it? I'm going to touch the back of the camera, guys. See it shake? See the difference? Okay, that's perfect. All right, see what I'm talking about? Yeah, this is a great clear water color. It has a real light greenish tint to it, and motor oil changes colors as it moves in the water. That's what makes it good. All right, yep. Let's see when I put my fingers behind it right here. See the difference? Yeah. So as it moves through the water, gets under a dock or something, gets some shade on it, it changes color some. Guys, look at minnows. So y'all guys are fishing clear water. When you pick a minnow up like this and look at it, you can see through him. Like, see how that tail is? You can see through it. This is the wild color, guys. This is my swim baits for bass. When I was shooting the other day, I went on shot. One of them's a hand pour, one of them's you shoot it. Like I say, I play with stuff like that, and the local boys use my swim baits. They're catching stripers on them right now. That's That's what one of them told me about. I think he said he caught one that was pushing 15 pounds on I think he's using this one, this shape. But a lot of local boys use those, have come back and said, you got any more? I sell them at the Holly Grove Marina, sells those, okay? I've got bass baits down there. All right, guys, y'all know the routine. It's 1 through 400. I start at 10. I've told you the reason many a times. On Wednesday night, I do a random number draw. I hit a button, it gives me a number, guys, between 10 and 400. The reason I start at 10, it could get us number 1, and we don't have a chance, right? So if you leave number 12, you leave number 8, you still got a chance, guys, because it could give us the number 10. All right, then I load that video on Thursday morning to see who won. If you leave a number, come back to see who won. The winner is the person that gets closest to the number without going over that number. Been doing that since the start. It's working great. Okay, one guess per person. Okay, and make sure you get your numbers down by 5, quarter to 5. Right, quarter to 5, I make the video. Okay, some of you still leave numbers sometimes at 6 or 7. It's over with. All right. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you subscribe. If it's black under that video, you're not a subscriber. And YouTube will unsubscribe you. If you haven't watched for a while, and I've had people tell me they've been unsubscribed 3 or 4 times, check it. Make sure you're subscribed. This is a subscriber giveaway. Okay? And I'll send you out the winning baits. Plus, I'll send you some on-in colors. Some all this stuff I made, okay, that I've caught fish with. Some of them I don't sell. Some of them might be color. Some of them might be remelt colors. But I have fished with them, just to make sure they catch fish before I give them away. Alright, guys, hope you enjoyed the video after this. This is dog days of summer. Crappie have plenty to eat here. There's mayflies hatching. There's plenty of shad running around. You got to find some that didn't feed up during the night. If you find schools that have fed up during the night, they won't pay any attention to you. They're full, and you catch them, you see why. Those bellies are stuffed. Alright? See y'all guys Wednesday night. Bam. Yeah, he's a monster. I have found a lot of small fish today, guys. In the last video I made, I said this time of year I usually catch a lot of small fish. And I caught some decent fish in that video. The bigger fish seem to disappear. Now, I fished, this is Thursday, I fished last Saturday and I had no problem. Okay? He's not a bad fish. He's probably right at 10 inches. All right, I'm using a bug. Okay, 5W30. And mayflies are still hatching. I haven't seen any live ones today. See some minnows swimming around there, some perch. That's how clear the water is, guys. I see some perch swimming right there in that grass. Right now, the water's a little dirty. We've had some storms this week. We've, thunderstorms like everybody else is getting. The water's probably 2.5 foot visibility. If the fish is less than 2 foot, you will see him swimming around. Let's see if we can catch a couple more, guys. Like I say, it's not easy right now. Summertime, they got plenty to eat. There's plenty of bait fish. There's plenty of mayflies and bugs. That's why I thought I'd throw this little one I call the bug. It's just a junior size cricket. I make it in a lot of colors. Does color make a difference? Yes. I threw brim for the first couple times here for about 5 minutes and nothing. They'd bump it. And one finally hit the motor oil. Well, brim's probably the best all-around color. Brim, earth, wipeout, they're browns. They're just different shades of browns. Wipeout is like a pumpkin seed, okay? Earth is a real off natural brown. It's called natural brown. It's like dirt brown. And then brim is green pumpkin, okay? So I thought, let's try something else. Now, I know this dock gets fished a lot. This is a community hole. That's why I thought I'd throw something different. And there's not many big fish here. There's a school of small fish right there. You see them right there? That's maybe 20. Right, guys, I had to come to the front of the dock to catch another one. They're not easy to catch. Like I said, I'm glad I netted him. I netted him because I have a small bait, a small hook, size 8 hook. The last one I picked up and I thought, man, I probably should have netted him. When you're using that little 8 hook, you probably ought to net him. If you can, I'll stop it. That's a nice fish there, guys. He's about 10.5. Bam, old motor oil working on that. The motor oil's a good color. I have a lot of people comment back to me on the site and they go like, I bought the motor oil, it works good. It's clear watercolor, guys. If you got 2 foot to 4 foot visibility, it kind of changes color. Some of y'all guys, old bass fishermen, you use motor oil. It'll change color a little bit in the water, won't it? I think that's what makes it good. You know, this is a small one. All right, guys, I moved. Like I said, those crappie was not active at all. And they're like that on the lake today because they're eating. They got plenty to eat. They're getting plenty to eat. When you get plenty to eat, you're just not hungry. You know, I have talked with different people, a few different crappie fishermen about that, and they go, yeah, sometimes if they're eating on a lot of shad or eating on something, and they're feeding up all night on bugs and shad or whatever, during the day they just sitting under a dock resting. They're hard to catch. And I have a couple people come visit and live an hour or so from here, and we talk about that. There's times, especially this time of year, they can be hard to catch. Got another one, guys. I came to the front. There's some here, and they're scattered. It's not a bunch here. And this dock has braces. Yeah, because it's on the main. See, good thing I'm netting them. So when you pick up on them and put all that weight on that hook, that's your best chance of losing a fish. That's why I net him. You see, he came off too in the net. But when I netted him, I tried to pick up on him. And then another thing is, they're not hitting it like they're gonna take it out of your hand. They're bumping it, so it's like they're checking it, you know. There you go. He's about 9 3/4. But let me get my hands cleaned up. I'll walk back up and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Y'all can see it there. It's a few there. And they're on that platform. You see they filled in that platform there from where there used to be a boat slip? I gave this thing more shade. Plus, look at this bank coming in the water. Yeah. I'm on the channel side. I'm sitting at 26 foot. Damn. Wow. Good gosh, he's everywhere. I'm trying to keep him off the braces. These docks that have braces, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta be careful. Oh, that's a nice fish. I thought it was a bass. I thought that's gonna be a bass where he's fighting. Did y'all see how hard he was fighting? You know, I wasn't a bit worried though. I got 2-pound test. I wouldn't worry about him breaking it. He hit those braces I don't know how many times. Look at, he came off the net too. You net, when you're using a size 8 hook, guys, net them. Because when you give them slack line, if they're just barely hooked, it'll fall out. Look at that one, guys. Great day. He was fighting, boy. He was throwing a fit. And he came off of that back area. Now, like I say, it's not many fish here, and I don't see many big fish. I seen 2 or 3 that looked like a good size under that platform right there. I kept throwing back there, and they would pay attention to me. So I just turned around and pitched back to this corner right here. And as it was sinking, he hit it. And, wow, that's a nice fish. All right, guys, make sure y'all recording. This camera sometimes, I'll tell you. He's right at 12 inches. He's about 11 3/4. I know that's not a monster, but for me, for today and for late July, guys, that's a nice fish. All right, guys, I'm going to end it right there. This is a pour to catch. Oh, did I mention that? Gosh, see, y'all think I can't keep secrets. I kept a secret the whole time. He lost my bait too. I don't have a bait either. That was, I was going to show you the bait and it's not on there. So I bent this little hook uphill a little bit too with my pliers. And if you stick it in them, it'll stay in them. You don't have to take a pliers to get it out. But what's happening today is they're not hitting it hard. They're just picking it up. Like that fish, I never felt the bite. I picked it up to pull it to me because like I say, it's braces going like this across the front. So as I was pulling it to me, he hit it. I don't know if he hit it then or what. I felt him on it. I will show y'all. See, there's a couple back here. And see, that's way back about that swing, and I can't get to them. See, it's a board going across right there where they fill that slip in. So my bait's falling right in here. So he must have either came out and grabbed it. See, there's a couple of them small ones there. That's why I've been catching the average small one. Now, you can see the brace. See that mark right there? That's part of the brace. There you go. So you can make it out a little bit. I'm trying to turn my live scope. See, it's none on this left side. And see, there's stump and there's trash under there, and it's on a rock cliff. That's why they like this dock. I tell you, not all docks are the same. There's certain things about docks they like. I got Docks 101. You can check it out. See the brace right here? See the angle? There's the braces. Why the braces don't show up better than they do, I don't understand that. You know, I can look down the water there and see the braces start and see the top of the 2x6s where they make an X. When these docks are in deep water, they do that so they won't sit here and sway. You can look at an old dock that don't have a brace on it, and most of them are not straight up and down anymore. They done got a little crooked. You can see where people's been prying on them, trying to straighten them up. That's why they put the braces on them. All right, guys. Hey, guys, appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Remember what you got to do. Put your number down 1 through 400. I do 10 to 400 on Wednesday night. I film myself. It's a random number. Who knows who's going to win? You can't go over the numbers. The only rule I have, you can't go over the number. If it gets us 199, you got 200, and somebody has 180, they're going to win. That separates the winners from the losers, guys. Been doing this since the beginning. It's working. We're not going to change it. Okay, 1 number per person. If you win, skip a couple weeks. Hey, guys, see y'all Wednesday night.